Hello, this is Noreen from Joy of Cards, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Yay! For more of my Stampin' Up! Card videos, please click that subscribe button and the little bell, and you'll be notified when my videos release. Also, I give away the demo card, so if you're a first-time subscriber, put your email in the comments, and I'll email you back and let you know if you won the card. Also, make sure you watch the video all the way through, because you never know. I might give the card away to anyone, or I might be doing card kits or swaps or something. So anyway, now let's go make a card. Today's video is about the Stampin' Up! Blender pen and how you can refill it when they get dry and how you can turn it into an embossing pen. So it's really cool. So let me show you what I've done. I've taken one of my pens and pulled out the nibs, and I put it in a small container here. And there is a mixture of, you're going to put 4 teaspoons of distilled water, and it has to be distilled water. And then you're going to put in 1/4 of a teaspoon of rubbing alcohol, and I always like to use the 91% of the alcohol, and 2 teaspoons of, and I put in vegetable glycerin, and I got this at Natural Grocers, and it's in the beauty aisle. So you take all those and you put them in a little container, and you mix it up. I put the cap on and swooshed it up, and then I took some tweezers and pulled the nibs out of the blending pens. And then, really super important, you got to put the caps back on. And you're going to soak these in this mixture overnight. Okay, and I've already done that, so I'm going to go ahead and put them back in. So I'm going to grab my tweezers again, and I will touch this, but it is a little nicer if you just put it in. Now, the ingredients that I just mentioned, I'll put it in the body of my video. So go into the description of everything and pull it down. It'll be in there. While you're at it, like and subscribe. That'd be awesome. And then put your lid back on, and then do the same thing with the other side. And I don't think there's any reason why you just can't keep this mixture in here as long as it, you know, stays in and doesn't evaporate. So I'm going to put the lid on here, and then I'm going to put my lid on here and see how long it lasts. You know, no reason to get rid of it, but I did put quite a bit in there, and it's already kind of soaked it up. So that's how you refill it. Now let's go see how it looks on a card. So I'm going to grab some colored pencils here, and I'm going to start. This stamp is from Hand Pen Petals. It's in the new 2021-2022 catalog. If you don't have one and you don't have a demonstrator or anything, you want to place orders in the future, go ahead and in your comments put in your email address, and I'll email you, and I'll hook you up with a catalog. I'll mail it out for you. So I'm doing this in Old Olive, and then I'm going in with the Granny Green, and I'm gonna fill it in. And this is what a lot of these blender pens are awesome for, is to actually blend. So I'm gonna take this. Now this had been soaking all night. It's all nice and wet, and it's gonna do its job and fill in all those gaps like so on the leaf. And then let's go ahead and do the flower. And I start with the Daffodil Delight watercolor pencil, and then Melon Mambo. And now there's 2 actual pinks. One is Melon Mambo, the other one is Flirty Flamingo. I'll have to look in the catalog. I haven't looked if they've made the new in color colors in colored pencils. I can't imagine why they wouldn't. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just kind of trace in the outline in this darker color, and then I'm gonna fill in with the lighter color. Now the next video after this one, I'm actually making a card from this set, and in fact I finished one of the flowers. It's right here, and that is in colored pencil, so that'll be pretty. At least I think. Yeah, no, actually I'm lying. That I used the blender pen and ink from the stamp. So another reason to keep these nice and moist. Now I'm going to go in with the lighter color here. And then back with the Melon Mambo again. I'm going to make some more highlighted areas and put in some, and you, with your colored pencils, make sure that you have a nice sharp tip. So get a nice pencil sharpener. That is not a nice pencil sharpener. I got that from Office Depot. That's what my tip just broke. I need to get a really nice one from some kind of artsy store, because then you're going to get a better life out of your colored pencils. And then, okay, so we got that. And the first thing I'm going to do is see if there's any old color from what we just did, which we did. We just did the leaf. So I'm going to just get that all off. And then I'm going to go into the yellow first, since it's the lighter color. Okay. And then I'm going to get that off. And then now I'm going to go into the colored pencil and blend that through so it's nice and solid, and all the little white spaces are filled in. So this is the first way how to refill your blending pen. Now let's turn this blending pen into an embossing pen. Now to turn your blending pen into an embossing pen, what you need to do is grab a tall, like, shot glass. I just happen to have one. And I think this is from New Orleans. Yeah, woohoo. And then you're going to grab your vegetable glycerin, and you're going to put in a little bit in the amount here. And the reason why we want a tall, skinny glass is because you're going to take this pen and you're going to throw it in here and you're going to soak it in overnight. You're not going to pull the nib out. And then the next day you're going to flip it over and do the next, the other side. So that's what you need to do. And I've already done that. So let's start embossing. First thing you need to do, of course, is take your little, your embossing buddy here and just make a mess. And then you're going to do whatever you're going to do here. So if you wanted to just write, I'm going to do hello. Now just make sure that it's wet and you're not pressing down too hard, but you're pressing enough so it's all covered here. Okay, then you're going to put on your embossing powder. And look at that. Now you can't do it with a regular marker. It won't work. Like this is just the blender pen without soaking it in the vegetable glycerin. Watch this. It doesn't stick. But when you do soak it in the vegetable glycerin overnight, it will stick. So I'm going to turn on my gun here and I'm going to let it heat up for a second before I actually do it on. But just make sure that you got that word or whatever you're writing nice and wet, so it will be clear when you emboss. So I'm just going to emboss it here. And there you go. So if you wanted to write words or if you wanted to draw a design, then you can go ahead and, you know, just... You can even dip it as you go if you haven't soaked it overnight and you need to use it. Just be careful that the nib's not too wet. Oops. So let's go ahead and put some more powder on here. Sorry, got ahead of myself. That's silver, don't want silver. Here's this black that is now discontinued. I just use it to show people stuff. And then of course if you have some stuff you don't want in there, you could just take it off. So now we turn on the gun again. So you can do a design or anything you want now that you've got an embossing pen. So that's how you do that. That's pretty cool, isn't it? I have terrible handwriting, so I probably wouldn't use it all that often, but if I wanted to make like a little swirl or something, that's how you do it. So you got a way to refill your Stampin' Blend, and you also have a way to make it an embossing pen. So there you go. Thanks. Bye.